name's Marty Johnson. I'm with Zebra Technologies. I'm one of the regional product managers for the printer portfolio. And I want to take this opportunity to talk about our next generation industrial printers, the ZT600 line and the ZT500 line. One of the big changes, one of the big differences between this generation and the previous generation was the new generation is Link-OS enabled. So I wanted to spend the first few minutes talking about Link-OS. Link-OS is our newer printer operating software, but it also provides for a lot of other applications and capabilities that we think really distinguishes our printer from other competitive printers in our previous generation. So starting to talk about Link-OS, this is just some of the key things that Link-OS can provide. We can spend several hours talking about Link-OS in detail. But at a high level, one of the big things that Link-OS can provide us is the ability to provide cloud connectivity. So we know our customers, our partners are moving more towards cloud-based applications, and we have the ability to connect our Link-OS enabled printers, including this next generation printer, safely and securely to cloud-based application using WebSockets and all the standard technologies that enable safe communication to cloud applications. The other thing that we can do is the bottom here on the slide is virtual devices, and what that is, that's really emulation capabilities. So if you have an account that has competitive printers, Intermec, SATO, Datamax, we have the ability to emulate those competitive languages just like they can emulate our languages. But we call that now virtual devices, and you can download those virtual device applications through our zebra.com website. And you can, again, download them, plug it in, and in theory, application-wise, it should appear just like that competitive printer in that environment. So it should be plug and play to the most extent. The other thing that we can do is we have an application called Profile Manager, and that's really a way to give our customers the ability to manage our printers. It's a web-based application. It could be using an external web, it could be an internal web server, and that's given our customers the ability to really monitor and manage the printers. So from anywhere that customers have access to a mobile computer, or a laptop computer, a desktop computer, and those printers are network connected, they can go in and view the status of those printers, manage those printers all remotely through Profile Manager. And the other management tools that we can offer, kind of popping down here to our Link-OS connectors. These Link-OS connectors give us the ability to connect to third-party MDM applications, so AirWatch, SODI, Wavelink. So to our customers, if they're using those MDM applications, our printers can look like any other devices on that system. So we can give our customers basically a single pane of glass to see their printers, see their mobile computers, see their desktops, see their laptops. So So we're really providing a couple of different tools for printer management. One is Profile Manager, and the other are these Link-OS connectors. And the key difference between these two is Profile Manager is a Zebra-centric tool, so it's going to be printer-specific. Because it's printer-specific, we're able to monitor the printers much deeper, get much more data from those printers than if you rely on the third-party MDM applications through these Link-OS connectors. So it's really a trade-off with your customers. How deeply do they want to manage the printers, or do they want to manage their printers just like any other device within that MDM application? So that's kind of the trade-off between those two types of tools. The other thing I mentioned here is we have something called Print Touch, and what that is we're actually embedding NFC tags, near-field communication tags, in all of our printers. So we have it here in this printer, and the idea behind that is if you have an NFC-enabled smartphone or tablet, you take that device, bump up against the printer, and it reads that tag, it can launch an application on that mobile computer or that tablet. And one of the things we can do is we have an application that will automatically pair the devices together via Bluetooth. So, for example, if you have a series of mobile computers and a series of mobile printers, start up in the morning, you just want your end user to very easily pair those devices together via Bluetooth. You take your mobile computer that has the NFC tag in it, bump it up against the printer, and you're paired up almost immediately, versus going through the discovery process of Bluetooth and the settings and all those types of actions. So it's a much quicker, much faster, more accurate way of pairing those devices together via Bluetooth. Okay. So that's just some of the things we currently have with Link-OS, and we have some new things I just wanted to call your attention to. So we have a new utility called Printer Setup Utility, and this is an Android utility. And this gives you the ability to take any Android device, connect to the printer over the network or via Bluetooth, and you can pretty much manage the setting and get visibility to the settings all through this mobile utility. So you don't really necessarily need to go to the front panel of the printer, go through the settings and see what's going on with the printer. You can do it all through this printer setup utility. So this is relatively new for us. I just wanted to mention this as we continue. The last item on Link-OS that I want to mention is we have another utility that we're getting ready to announce. It's called Network Connect Solution. And this basically gives you the ability to connect your printers directly to PLCs. And initially we're working with Rockwell. So the idea behind that is if you would use traditional printers or competitive printers, you have to have some kind of middleware that does that translation between the printer language and the PLC language. So with this Network Connect ability, you can connect the printer via Ethernet into the PLC, and you don't need any kind of translation tools or software. It's all done within the firmware. So this is something new that we've just recently announced or about to announce. I did want to mention, though, that this is a restricted product, so you have to go through some extra certification to get access to it. But it's something we see a lot of interest in within the manufacturing space to connect directly to those PLCs. And that's just kind of a quick overview of Link-OS. Again, that's one of the big differentiators between this generation and the previous generation printers and a lot of our competitors. So just kind of open it up for any questions you might have on Link-OS overall at this point.
Yeah. So if I were to use, I was on your website last week and I know they got SODI connector and AirWatch connector. Is there anything special there, or do I just buy a regular old SODI AirWatch license and adopt it like I would any other?
Yep, just like any other device.
Okay.
Right. As long as we have, and the connectors are built into our printers, so you don't really, I don't believe you have to do anything special with our printers. They should just connect automatically to the SODI app.
Are there any plans for Profile Manager to be cloud-based, or is it only on-premise?
It is cloud-based as well.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, yeah. So it can be cloud-based or on-premise.
I was just talking to somebody last week who said only the demo is cloud-based, but if you buy it,
Oh,
it's
really?
only
I'll have to check into that. I wasn't aware of that. I'll follow up.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you knew something.
No,
The demo is cloud-based, right?
Yeah, right, exactly.
That's kind of weird to me.
Yeah, that's what kind of threw me. Because I've been talking like it's been cloud-based all along, so
Exactly.
let me double check, yeah.
Okay. And then I'm assuming I can use any MDM or just SODI and AirWatch?
At this point, just SODI and AirWatch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Great. Okay.
It really comes back to those other MDMs developing support for our
Gotcha.
devices, our printers.
Okay.
Yeah.